everyone. Today I will focus on the gender inequality in workplace that I've witnessed and experienced. Gender inequality in career is a common social issue that exists for a long time. It occurs when people are unable to access and enjoy the same resources, rewards, and opportunity in their jobs because of the difference of gender. Specifically, this inequality is reflected by the phenomenon that women earn less than men. Women are less likely to advance their career as far as men, and women are often excluded from some positions like CEO or important government works. This kind of gender inequality can be found in many workplaces. Now let's go to one of the workplaces in Michigan State University.
Whoever's an Owen and McDonald do the two main stairways. So don't go to that. That's all I got for you right now. Just
wait, in both Owen and McDonald?
Yeah.
Okay.
The main.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
East and west, and then I'll let you know. But I'm not sure we have much to do today.
This scene is common in most of the workplaces where the male tend to take charge and female have to obey them. It recalled me the gender inequality in the first place. In response, I talked to my colleague about this inequality, who also realized and had an opinion on it.
If we're talking about facilities and working here, it's definitely, if you just look at the people, there's more males than females that work here. Even in the supervisor positions, of our 3 main managers, only one's a woman. Next year, there will only be 2 female supervisors out of about 10 supervisor positions that we have open now. So you can definitely tell that facilities is a boys' club in the sense that there's not as many girls, and then the girls who do work here have to adopt a certain kind of personality to kind of fit in. It's like, because it's a boys' club and you have to be able to do the tasks, and otherwise they'll be like, oh, she's such a girl, she can't do it. And then you'll either end up leaving feeling bad about yourself, or, you know, get picked on a lot. So it's just one of those things for facilities.
From sociological view, functionalists regard inequality as a product of the traditional division in human society, which involves a stereotype that men tend to attend to more instrumental tasks such as wage earning and women attend to more expressive tasks such as child rearing. Stereotype largely limits women's job performance, and it is the direct reason of gender inequality in workplace. And other factors that attribute to gender inequality in workplace are the rules of glass ceiling and glass escalator. Women encounter a glass ceiling, a term used to describe a barrier that prevents women from rising past a certain level in an organization, especially when women work in male-dominated workplaces. For men, they encounter the glass escalator, a term that applies to the invisible upward movement that puts men in positions of power, even within female-dominated occupations. Because of the public stereotype that made up by individual thoughts, as well as those rules, gender inequality in workplace becomes a social problem instead of individual incident.
It's definitely a social problem over an individual incident, in the sense that it's nationwide, really. There's these jobs that have a gendered role. My summer job, I work in an office for financial aid at a university. And in that job, it's all girls. It's like, it's the girly desk job, kind of secretarial position, versus this job where it's a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of, you know, big work that, you know, the men can do. And even here, it's one of those, if it's super heavy work, I'll have some guys, like, I'll take care of it.
Since I realized the gender inequality in workplace, I talked to a lot of female workers and tried to let them say no to this unequal situation. While I found a large part of them fear to resist it, because they are afraid of offending their male bosses and have a negative impact on their jobs. Because of this thought, plus the stereotype and rules I mentioned before, it is so hard for individual to do something to challenge the gender inequality in career. In other words, this social problem should be solved in the social level. I do this video in order to making more and more people aware of the gender inequality in workplace. I want to say to the whole society, on the behalf of all women, that we can do the job as well as men can. We deserve gender equality in career.